What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are finally coming back to the What I've Been Playing series, episode 3. I know it's been a minute, about 3 weeks, maybe even almost a month at this point. I decided that, at first I wanted to do the weekly thing of telling you guys what I've been playing. But after the second episode, making God of War and Phoenix Wright, just doing those 2 games back to back for both weeks, I was still playing those games, and I just decided it's just going to be the same video. It's just going to be kind of boring. So I decided I'm going to make these videos every couple of weeks just to kind of update you guys on what I've been playing. So it's a lot of different games this time around. So without further ado, let's get into the video. First 2 games that I want to talk about in this video are Citizen Sleeper 1 and 2. I'm not going to say too much about these games because soon I will have a video out talking about my first time finishing Citizen Sleeper and my Citizen Sleeper 2 review. So the only thing I'll say about those games in this video is that they are fantastic RPGs. That's all I'll say. Stay tuned soon for that video going over Citizen Sleeper 1 and 2. Next game I'll talk about is The Outer Worlds. I've been slowly but surely working through this one in preparation for Avowed, Obsidian's most recent RPG, I guess, if you don't count Pentiment, which I guess you really wouldn't. So Outer Worlds is their most recent RPG. I've always wanted to play it. Kind of helps that The Outer Worlds 2 is supposed to come out this year. So I've put not too much time into it, maybe 5-6-ish hours. But now that Citizen Sleeper is done, I've been working on those games. Now I can dive back into The Outer Worlds and try to get that done before Avowed comes out. So I have really been enjoying Outer Worlds. I've been enjoying the characters and the story so far, and I will talk about it more soon, probably in the next What I've Been Playing video, or maybe you'll see it in my first time finishing video. So all I'll say about The Outer Worlds is that I'm enjoying it so far, getting prepped for that Obsidian RPG coming out, Avowed. I think it's a very good preparation game with The Outer Worlds. Next game I'll talk about is Path of Exile 2. So this one was on a whim. Me and my buddy just decided to give this game a shot. I've never really gotten into any kind of dungeon crawler RPGs. I gave Diablo 4 a shot. Kind of wasted my money on that. Didn't really get into it. But Path of Exile I put about, I think, 7 or 8 hours into. Not a whole lot of time, but I've had 2 pretty long play sessions with the game, and I'm really enjoying it. Excited to see where it's going to go and what kind of builds I'm going to be able to make in this game. It is early access, so it's just a game I'm kind of playing for fun. Not really paying attention to the story. Now, if it does come out full 1.0 release this year, then I will definitely sink a lot more time into it. But as of right now, it's early access. But there's still so much content here, it feels like. The skill trees are ridiculous. It seems like you're going to be able to dump so many hours into this game, even in early access. So I'm excited to potentially get to that point. And I'm really enjoying Path of Exile 2 so far. So I will definitely, more than likely, be talking about it in the next What I've Been Playing video. But for right now, about 7-8 hours into it, I think my character level is, I'm not entirely sure. I want to say 12 or 13 on the character I've been playing, maybe around there. So I still have a lot to go, but really enjoying Path of Exile 2. Last game is Saints Row 2. I have actually started to go through the Saints Row games in co-op. Hopefully going to plan on going through 2, 3, and 4 as of right now. And so, been putting some hours into Saints Row 2. I've never beaten a Saints Row game. Never really put a whole lot of time into the Saints Row games. So, we started with 1 and then realized that 1 doesn't really... It has a co-op, but They're just 2 or 3 co-op missions. You can't play the entire game co-op. Saints Row 2, you can play the entire game co-op. So we've been working through it, really enjoying it so far. It's the most fun I've had in a video game in a minute in terms of just having stupid fun. The soundtrack is great. I mean, it's a goofy game that you can, it's hard to explain it. But if you've played a Saints Row game, then you know what I'm talking about. I'm really enjoying it so far, not taking it too seriously. The story is just kind of there. Characters are solid. Gameplay for, 2006 holds up pretty well. It feels so good to drive around in this open world with all the different cars. And the soundtrack is just so good. So, working through Saints Row 2. Maybe expect a video on it within the next month. I don't want to put a timeline on anything. I don't like to do that. But hopefully sometime soon you might see a Saints Row 2 video. So, really been enjoying working through that. So, that's all the games I want to talk about. That's all the games I've been playing or have played recently. The one last thing I want to talk about before we end this video is the potential of a State of Play next week coming from PlayStation. We'll see if this is actually true. There's been some rumors about it at some point this week. If it does happen, and it might be Thursday, and if it actually is true, and we're going to see a State of Play, we're going to see some games, I might make a video on it. It just depends on what's there, if there's enough there that interests me, and it, if I want to make a video on what is shown and talk about some new stuff. So, State of Play potentially next week. So keep on the lookout for that. If you see an announcement about it, then you might see a video from me a day or two after the State of Play happens. So there's a quick little update on that. So that'll be it for the video. Thank you guys for watching what I've been playing. Episode 3. Gonna keep this going, like I said, on a maybe bi-weekly basis. At least once or twice a month. I'll keep you guys up to date with what I've been playing. And also stay tuned for all the videos that I might have in the pipeline. The Citizen Sleeper video will probably be next up. Maybe a State of Play video sometime at the end of next week. And then after that, we'll see what happens. But I appreciate you guys watching. And I'll see you guys later.